Hey friends! As I told you in one of my last videos, I finished the Kanji Look and Learn workbook for the first time, woohoo, after 2.5 years. But since there are still words in there, like especially kanji words, I don't know how to write from memory. I need another study method to get them into my head. So I thought, why not take you along while I try this new method so that I can report back how I like it, how it works for me, if it's the right fit. To look for a new method, I watched countless videos on YouTube, but not a lot of videos were talking about how to remember how to write kanji, because I feel like not a lot of people try to remember those things, but I need to, because my language school I want to go to is using the Kanji Look and Learn workbook as far as I know. There will be tests where I have to write all those words from memory, I guess, so I want to be as prepared as possible. And doing my research, I only found one method I really liked. And it's the one that Haruno Hanashi actually uses right now on her Instagram. She's currently preparing for the Kanken kanji test and is trying to get the kanji writings into her head using Anki. And that sounded something that is right up my alley. And I will put real right here how she's using the method right now. The Anki cards she's using show her the kanji word in hiragana in context, and based on the context she has to guess which kanji she has to use for this word, and then she will write the kanji word down on paper, and then on the back of the cards there are the right kanji with the right stroke order, and if she gets the word wrong or if she gets the stroke order wrong, then she will write it in red again. And since I wanted to use the same method, I just thought I could also use the deck that she's using because it's a public deck. But when I looked the deck up and looked for like one of the words I wasn't able to write from my head, I looked at the context and it was way too hard for me because the cards are aimed at advanced learners and I'm not an advanced learner. I'm just scratching like the intermediate stage. So I have to make cards for myself from scratch, which will be a bit time consuming, but I'm fine with that as long as it helps me to remember them better and yeah, to just get them into my brain. And the original deck she's using is called the Complete Joyu Kanji Writing Deck, Kanken Deck Part 1. I will link it in the description down below, so if you want to check it out yourself, you can do that. I already looked at the cards and tried to understand like how they work, and then I just hopped into Anki and used the card type manager to copy the card type that the cards are using, and then I made changes to the things I didn't like or that didn't apply to me. For example, I don't need to know what Kanken level those words are, so I just switched it to JLPT level. And of course I need words that go into the deck, so I plan to go through the Kanji Look and Learn book once again and do the fill in the blank tasks so that I know which words I still struggle with. To do that, I made a scanned copy of the whole workbook, or at least like the fill in the blank exercises, with my iPad, because you can scan texts from the camera app directly and make a document out of it. But I hit the first roadblock when I realized you can only add 24 pictures to one document. So I had to import the documents into the GoodNotes app, and there you can combine different files into one to be able to have a bigger file. And I will also use the GoodNotes app to write all the answers in there. But first I of course needed to delete my old answers. So I used the right pen and just drew over all the answers I'd given so far. Of course, this also took a little bit of time, but now I have a new digital workbook that I can use. I went to the cafe yesterday and already did 7 chapters out of the 32 chapters to see what kanji I still need to study and which words I can add to my Anki deck. And to be honest, I did a better job than I thought I would do. I mean, like, of course, the first chapters are still very easy and have a lot of basic kanji, but sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm asking myself, how do you write ashita again? Because if I don't write like with my hand so much, of course I recognize the kanji when I see it, but sometimes it just escapes my mind how to write like the simplest words. But yeah, I encountered, I think, like under 10 words probably that I wasn't really comfortable with. It was way more fun than I thought it was to do all the like beginner exercises, because I felt like really good, of course, because it was again a nice reminder how far I've come and how much I know. So let's start with making the Anki deck. So it took me quite a while, to be honest, to get the kanji colorizer working, which will show me the stroke order of the kanji I'm putting in. I will link you the tutorial also in the description box below. It's not that difficult if you watch the tutorial, so just try to do it that way. I will first show you how the original card from the deck looks like that Ray is using. Okay, and that's the back. I was just a bit confused, to be honest, because I thought there was a picture, but maybe not for all of them. Ah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's how it would usually look like. So you have the sentence on the top, see what level it is, and then the kanji word you are supposed to write is underlined, picture for context, and then the back with the right kanji, like what the word means. And then you have a diagram that shows you the right stroke order. And yeah, let's try to set up my own cards. This one, kanji writing, kanji look and learn. Then I just need to use the right card type. Okay, and then let's see what the first word is. It's actually hyaku, so quite embarrassing, but I draw one line too much, so as it would be in me for I, but yeah, let's see. In the workbook, what example sentences it would give for 100. It has no example sentence. Great. Then I will have to look for one myself. Okay, and as you see at the bottom, there's now the diagram that shows the stroke order. And then sentence front. So this is where the Japanese sentence is. So I just have to come up with an example sentence. Let's just look for inspiration. I usually like to use reverso for example sentences, so I will just see what it gives me. This might be a good sentence. Or well, I don't know. I'm always a bit torn with example sentences, like if I should use one that's very easy or if I should use one that's handy to know and to be able to use like an everyday conversation. Okay, I guess I will go for the one that's more handy to use. Audio, I don't have one. Oh, wait. I can record audio because this website reads the sentence out loud, very robotic, but maybe better than nothing. To record, I have to change my sound system first. So in case you were wondering how to record audio from a Windows PC, you just have to deactivate your mic and then activate stereo mix, and then you're good to go. You just have to remember to change it back, because when I had my italki lesson, I went into it with the same settings and my teacher wasn't able to hear me. Let's record the audio. Okay, my browser is still going crazy. Just ignore it. 彼は100円しか持ち合わせていなかった。Yeah, as I said, it's a bit robotic. Okay, let's see if I can get a picture from Google when I type in the whole sentence. Yeah, maybe this one might be okay. Then JLPT level. I guess it's N5 level, but let's see. I look it up in the Jisho dictionary. So, hyaku. It is, yeah, JLPT N5. And kanji word meaning is 100. So 100 in German. So, yeah, that's the first card. Let's see how my first card actually looks. Review. Okay, not only the front. Ah, it still says Kanken level. Why? Let's see. It says JLPT level. To be honest, sometimes Anki is very overwhelming for me still, but I think manage note type and then cards. Ah, okay. So if I change this here, JLPT level. Oh, yeah, nice. Okay. Well, this was easier than expected. I guess I will add all my other cards, and I will talk to you again when I do my first study session with those cards. I will report back how I like this method then. I feel like making the cards is not that time consuming. I thought it was even more time consuming, but it's fine. Maybe I will also make them a bit prettier because I don't like it too much that everything looks so cramped. I will play around a bit more with the note type, I guess. Yeah, see you later. Welcome to the first study session with the new deck. I managed to put in 14 cards in total. From 10 kanji I didn't know, and 4 kanji I felt a bit like iffy about and had to think about quite some time until I was able to write them. So I thought I should just include them as well. And yep, let's get started. So I got myself a new notebook because my old one is almost full and I didn't want to use like 2 pages of the old one and then switch to the new one. And I also got a mechanical pencil. I got a pink pen to write the right stroke order if I messed up, and also an eraser to erase. The mechanical pencil I got the Anki deck we made together last time, and because I haven't reviewed anything yet, I just put like every card I have right now into my reviews. So I will review 14 cards today. I don't know how many cards I will do on a daily basis, like how many new cards, maybe 5. Maybe also more right now because there aren't a lot of reviews in the first days, obviously. So I will just write everything with the pen first, and then I will press on the card so that it will show me the back, and if it's right I will just leave it in the pencil color, and if it's wrong I will erase it and then correct it with the pink one. Yay, finished! It took me maybe 7 minutes. That's how it looks. So I wrote it from top to bottom, and there are a few minor mistakes, but I think it's fine. I only had like a little problem with 4 cards out of 14, so that's great. And yeah, that's it for the first session. I felt it was really doable. The only thing I was not really sure about is if I should write the whole word. For example, atarashi. Should I only write the kanji or should I also write the shi and the i at the end? But I decided to write the whole word in the end because I sometimes also struggle with to remember like where like the pronunciation of the kanji ends. For example, with okiru, I'm sometimes struggling to remember, okay, is this the kanji and then kiru, or is this the kanji and then ru? But yeah, I hope to also be more comfortable when it comes to that problem. See you next time in maybe 2 weeks. I mean, I will of course like review the cards hopefully every single day, but of course there's not like such a big improvement from a day-to-day basis, so I will report back in around like 2 weeks. So it's been about 2 weeks since I started the Kanji Look and Learn review process, and I have to say I do really like it. I think reviewing the kanji words with the Anki cards and writing them down feels a lot more interesting and a lot more fun than just reviewing Anki cards alone. And obviously, reviewing Anki cards alone doesn't really help my writing ability. I also have my notebook with me, and I managed to fill 1 whole page and another part of second page. And as you can see, there's not a lot of pink, so I was able to write most of them correctly. I would say I'm 90% right when I write the words down, so that's really nice and I'm very content. I'm now at the point where I sometimes only have 3 words to review on a day, but I'm only on chapter 18 of the review process, so only a little bit more than half of the workbook. So I hope to be able to finish the whole workbook in July, and I didn't have a maximum number of cards, like new cards I do on a given day. I just do all of the words I put into Anki the next day, like as new cards, and then I will just go along like with the reviews Anki gives me. And this worked quite well. And yeah, that's my update. I will do another update in probably 2 weeks. So see you then. It's 3 weeks later. And I haven't done as much as I wanted to do because it's already the second half of July and I'm only reviewing chapter 21 at the moment from the Kanji Look and Learn workbook, like doing the exercises. And I'm currently making the Anki cards for chapter 18. So I'm a bit behind, especially with making the cards. And it's not that I don't like it or something, but I was just quite busy with going to Düsseldorf and also editing YouTube videos because I'm currently trying to get ahead. So that when everything will be very busy with like Japan preparations, that I have at least like 1 or 2 videos like in reserve that I can post if I don't have time to make another one. So yeah, that's taking up quite a lot of time, but I still really like the exercise and like learning the kanji writings with Anki, so I can definitely recommend it. The only thing that has changed a bit now that I'm in the like higher chapters, of course I make more mistakes because the kanji and the kanji words are a lot harder than at the beginning, of course. So it does not feel as good anymore because now I'm seeing where I'm lacking, but I mean that's why I'm doing the exercise in the first place. So it's not a bad thing, but I just wanted to share like the whole experience. And when it comes to reviewing all the kanji on the daily basis, I've also been slacking a little bit because I've been reviewing the cards every 2 or 3 days, which is still good because I don't have as many reviews in a day than I thought I would at the beginning because I don't make as many mistakes, luckily. I have done like the whole first page of the notebook, which I showed you in the last clip. And then I completed a whole another page and like a third of the third page approximately. And again, not a lot of pink. Like there are some kanji that I messed up, but yeah, it's definitely way better than I thought it would be, so I'm very happy about that. I'm trying to do like 2 to 3 chapters a week at the moment, and if I can do more, of course, I would like to do more, but yeah, again, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself this quarter. As you may have seen like in my last video where I talked about my Q3 goals, I want to be very relaxed with studying because there will be a lot of things coming up with like preparing for language school and stuff. And if you don't want to miss me going to language school in Japan, because now it's official, I can go, make sure to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up. I hope you liked this video and like the concept of it. If you want to see like similar videos in the future, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. Don't forget to share it with a friend. And if you want to know how I studied kanji in the past, I will link you other videos on the site where I also talked about how I studied kanji. And yeah, I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye bye!